Hey everyone, it's DJ Anderson with Your Kids Don't Want Your Stuff. And today's category is going to be a tough one. It's photographs. Photographs, slides. Some of us still have slides. When we went through my parents' house, they had a lot of slides. They were all, and I printed this out so that you could see it. They were all in these trays, slide trays that would go into a projector so that we could, I don't know, have a slideshow. And it was fun when we were little to do that. I have other friends who have slides that are in carousels like this. I have one friend where they're stacked to the ceiling, so I'm hoping one day she's going to ask me to come and help her sort through all of that. One of the things that I found with photos, even my own photos, at one point I had, I don't know how many albums, but probably a full shelf full of albums from when the kids were growing up. And then of course we had also videotapes. We had these VCR cameras or VHS cameras, I can't remember even now what they were, but where we took home movies of the kids when they were little. So what I have done, and it's a huge project and took a lot of time, and it can be a little expensive also, is I've digitized everything. So now I categorized everything with like my son's stuff, my daughter's stuff, things together, family vacations were different, and then packaged up and sent off to a scanning service. And that digitized everything, and now all of those albums are stored. My children have copies of them. We've got links. They're multiple digital places, so that we're sure that those memories are protected and saved. But they're not in albums anymore, and they're not taking up space. All of the hard copies of all of that stuff, including the videos, that's all now digitized. It's all not on a shelf anywhere, not in a box, not in an album. I do have a few albums sitting here. In fact, there are four small ones, two about this size and two this size, which by choosing the subject today reminded me that I still have a little bit of work to do. I think that these are already digitized, but the reason I hadn't done anything with them is that I wanted to make sure that everything had been digitized, because I wasn't sure. As to photos in frames around the house, I do have a few of those. There are a few here on this shelf, and there are a few on that shelf over there. But I am not a person who has hung family photos on my walls. I do have friends who that's very important to them. And again, it's out in the open. They're enjoying that every single day of their lives. And I love that for them. And that's great. But in the case of slides or photos that are sitting on shelves, in boxes, not being used, not being enjoyed, I really strongly recommend that you do this digitizing. One of the best things about it was that once I shared these photos with my kids, they then started using them like on birthdays or other occasions. Hey, remember when? And that's one more point I want to make about which photos I did digitize. I didn't digitize anything that was a landscape. What I did is I went through and I found what I ended up calling iconic images. In other words, they were images that we could then tell a story about, the entire family vacation, for instance, or a birthday party, or other event where, that was the time when blah, blah, blah. And that is really fun and enjoyable for family to do that. So that's the category today, photos and slides. And dig in, it's tough. It's a really tough one. It's a really tough category. But that's it. So this is DJ Anderson with Your Kids Don't Want Your Stuff, and I'll see you next time. Bye.